Hey, and welcome to Who the Bear World. Now, for those of you who know some of my videos, for a long while now I've been using the different Boss GT8s and GT100s. Unfortunately, for those of you who used to watch my GT8 videos, I no longer have one, and have been using very happily the GT100 for a long time now. Okay, so today, cut to the chase. What I'm going to try and do now is I'm going to upgrade the Boss GT100 to the new version 2.02. Now they were putting out version 2, which had a load of updates, and I think they put down another couple of different bug fixes as well to do with the tone software, tone management software, which they've put out. So this is what I'm going to do. What I will do is I'll put the link to where you can download the files for the upgrade. I'll download it, stick it into the description below this. To be fair, it's really easy setup, an easy installation of this upgrade. Really good instructions on the web page. But what I'll do is I'll just take a little video for you, just to see if you can. Sometimes it's easier just to watch rather than just to read on some instructions. All right. Okay. So this is the page that you will be directed to via the web link. Okay, as you can see, it's version GT100 system program version 2.02. Okay. Now, I'm going to presume that you have already connected your GT100 up via a normal USB cable to your PC. All right. If you need the drivers for the GT100, again, they're fully available from the GT100 site. Okay. Essentially, probably via the downloads page. What I'll do is I'll also stick a link into that page as well. So you've got your drivers installed, you've got your GT100, and you're on the GT100 system program version 2.02 page. Well, if you scroll right the way down to the bottom, we get the link here. Okay, so you've got the tick to agree and then download. So I've previously downloaded this now, and when you open it up, it's a zip file. It's here. GT100 sys version 2.02. Okay, so I've dragged that onto the desktop now, the whole folder. And when I open it, it brings it up into these two files here. One of 4 meg, just over 4 meg, one of 1K. Okay. Right, now here comes the nitty-gritty part of it, okay? Okay, right. Here's my GT100. Excuse all the cables and all that flying on the place. But here's my USB cable here. Yeah, that's plugging in straight back into my back of my PC. Right, what I'm going to have to do now is hold down the system button and then turn it on. Now, unfortunately, I'm not an octopus, so what I'm going to have to do is pause it and then press the on button. Okay, but yeah, simply hold down the system button and then press the on button, the power, your main power on button, and this is what you'll get. Okay, so you can see here now, GT100 updater. What you need to make sure, and when you follow the instructions by the website, it says make sure that your output level, which is this here, is turned all the way down. All right. I don't really know the reason why, but I'm not going to take the risk. I'm just going to follow instructions from the website. Okay. So, GT100 updater, USB connection. Now, when we go back to the PC now, what that essentially does is it picks up the internal hard drive or the internal RAM disk within the actual machine, the Boss itself, and looks at just as if you're plugging your phone in and your phone storage in. Okay, so let's adjust that, and let's open the file up, open the folder up. Now, when you go into this now, as you'll see now, yeah, Boss GT100. It's installed it as an E drive. Now there's no files in there. There won't be. There's not supposed to be. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to right click on both the files. I'll go back to my GT100 and paste them in there. Okay. Right, now, as they've said on the page as well, yeah. Let me see if I can find it on the page. Yes. Do not copy the GT100 Sys 202 folder. All right? You have to copy the actual files within inside that zip folder, not the folder itself. Make sure it's purely just the two files, not the folder. Otherwise it won't find it. Okay. Right. This is the moment of truth. Now, you can only do this once. So if this now fails, then you're going to hear a grown man cry. Okay? Right. Essentially, make sure you safely undock your GT100. Safe to remove. Yep. And what I'll do now is I'll unplug my GT100 USB stick cable. And dun, 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 push the right to start. Okay, here goes. Reading files. What you'll see on this side, yep, is that. Okay. Now, when I did this, I graded it to 1.06. It's to say my part of my body were making fluttering. Verifying. Because it said erasing. I thought, oh my god. Completed. Okay. So, essentially, we're good to go. I have now turned off my GT100, and I'm not crying at this point. So, let's just see. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware, but there is a way of actually telling what version you've got, actually installed on your GT100. It's holding down system and effect, so both of them at the same time. Yeah, and again, I haven't got octopus lamps, so what I'm going to do then is press the power. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll try and do this very quickly so you can actually see it booting up into it. Boss GT100. Dun, dun, dun. Version 2. Version 2.02. Oh, yeah. Okay, now you can't really do anything in this now, so you have to just turn it off. And we'll turn it back on. GT100 version 2. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, right. Now, moment of truth. Now, what I do like about this is it's kept all my patches, my own user patches I created on there. Let me put my volume back to where it was before. What I would do, though, just in case, computers being computers and technology, I would back up your user patches via the librarian, or via. I tell you what I used is the GT100 old editor to back it up beforehand. I tried using the librarian and I just got really confused. What I did was using the GT100. What do you call it? The old editor. You can just basically select which ones you want to do, and you can export it as .mid files or SMF, I think, or something like that. But I basically did all mine via .mid. So, okay, what I'm going to do now, excuse me, is I'm going to try it out. I'm going to try and do this. Excuse me for if you can't really see that much. What I'll try and do is adjust this a little bit. and grab my Chinese replica Les Paul. Okay. So, does any sound come out first of all? Well, the answer is... Now I use a manual patch. Sorry, I use a manual patch on mine, so I'm just going to give it a test out. The fact that it's still there is a good sign. Okay. Let me try OD pedal. Yeah, that's still there. Yeah, dirty sound still there. I've noticed a little change in the dirty sound. What? I would say a bit more authentic. Perhaps in a certain thing, but anyway, what I'll probably do is I'll go through some patches in that in the next upcoming weeks or something like that, just to show you what I use. But yeah, that's still working. Yeah, delay still working. Let me click on a clean patch. The chorus. Right, this is going to be interesting to see. There's supposed to be a new tuner on the actual GT100, polyphonic tuner. Apparently, I've just put mine onto the normal tuner, and it just looks like a normal tuner. The same as usual, but anyway, well, that's still there. All working. Well, hope that helps you. And like I said, I'll put the links to both the driver and the download. As you can see, what could be a really, I would say, daunting thing to do. And I would probably do follow the instructions from the page, or you can follow a video. You can see how easy it was. I think the main things is make sure you're copying the files, not the folder, into the actual instructions. Make sure you got your output level for some reason all the way down. Don't know why, but just in case. And I would back up your patches before you do it anyway, just to make sure. But like I said, it's kept mine as it was. So hope this helps, and see you soon.